I want to welcome everybody here today. It's so nice to see you. We're here at From Panic to Power, Stress Management Solutions for Busy People. The first question that I want to ask everybody is, how do you define stress? As you're thinking about it in your own words, stress is a mental state or emotional strain or tension resulting from adverse or very demanding circumstances. And, for a lot of us, it's even more than that, though. When we're experiencing stress, we feel unwell, we can't focus, we get mad easily, we worry too much, our energy decreases, our productivity goes down, and our relationships even suffer. And a lot of times people will describe it like being on a hamster wheel or feeling, stuck. The thing about stress is that it's tied to the cycle of anxiety, which is a form of avoidance. And so avoidance involves a method whereby people are experiencing uncomfortable symptoms and they try to control them to avoid the anxiety-provoking situation. And so they use this avoidance, and examples of that can be skipping class to avoid giving a presentation, using drugs or alcohol to numb feelings, procrastinating on challenging tasks, which may sound familiar to lots of people. And what that gives people in this particular cycle is that there is short-term relief from anxiety. Avoidance of the anxiety-producing situation gives an immediate sense of relief. The symptoms of anxiety lessen, but it's only temporary. And what ends up happening is that there is a form of long-term anxiety growth. So the fear that initially led to the avoidance worsens, and the brain learns that when the anxiety-producing situation is avoided, the symptoms go away. So as a result, the symptoms of anxiety will be worse the next time. And what happens is the tendency, because there's creating a neural pathway in the thought process with the avoidance, is that people will be more likely to avoid in an attempt to relieve those symptoms. One of the things that I have found in working with the group of people that I specialize in working with, and these are business owners and entrepreneurs, creative people, some of them are educators, is that they identify two top stressors. And one of them is the isolation. They can experience that related to different circumstances, like, for example, working for themselves, being self-employed, being at the top of a team or a group that they are working with, and not having that ability to connect directly. And they can even be in a situation where they just simply feel like friends and family, people that they know, don't understand what they're doing in a business. And so they just simply tell them to get a job. And so that feeling of isolation goes along with some of these thoughts that nobody else is coming. It's all up to you. We know that pretty much 80% of what you try sometimes doesn't work as we develop our formulas for generating leads and finding clients and networking and all the business tasks. A lot of times people, I think, will work with coaches. And the reason that they do that is to try to overcome that sense of isolation and wanting to be able to connect, wanting to have a common ground, wanting to be able to also consult, which also can lower that sense of isolation. And that's why they join groups and associations and masterminds. And it's a huge enterprise for lots of people because there's a lot of revenue behind all of those structures. The next thing that can happen is with some businesses, they are not directly scalable. And that's particularly when you are the business, whatever your product or service is, comes directly from you and you are doing that. And people run the risk, for example, coaches, they will run the risk of trading dollars for hours. They'll max out their time. There is no such thing as personal time off. And basically what can happen is that they really are chained to the idea that they have to work and they have to be there and put in really long hours to be able to even make the business flow. Also, too, if they wanted to step away for some reason, or if for some reason they had to step away from the business, there's really not a way to do that. And of course, what it leads to is this worry about the health and stability of the business. And of course, one of the things that we'll talk about later on in this presentation, I have someone here who's going to help support me in sharing. There are a couple ways that you can tangibly overcome that. And we'll get to that in a moment. So one of the things that I wanted to explain for everybody today is how I particularly help you. I talk about expression. I work on helping you increase expression. It's the number one thing people can do to help them alleviate stress and anxiety. When we are fully self-expressed, those things seem to disappear. That sense of worry or fear, anxiety, stress, etc. The next thing is that I talk with people about developing outlets. And if you have some, that's great. Those are the things that naturally release tension. They allow us to focus on our thoughts and feelings. And I always believe in cultivating many of them, continually looking and finding ways to cultivate new and exciting outlets. It keeps life interesting. The last thing that I talk with people about, these are general areas, is engagement. And engagement involves two specific areas. One, how you engage with your own thoughts and feelings. And I help people work with that and understand that. And then the next thing is how you engage with people, places, and things around you. And working on just that area in and of itself can really make a profound difference in how people look at things. The next thing that I want to share is I want to talk about my instruments of change. You know, how do I go about this and what modalities, what can you expect if we're working together? And the first one is self-care. Talk about 5 different types, 5 areas, and they are physical, psychological, emotional, spiritual, social, and professional. I talk about a morning routine, designing a morning routine for success. And sometimes just the little things like knowing that the stomach is most active between 7 and 9 a.m. in the morning can be helpful for people when they're wanting to get energy to maneuver and make their day flow well. And so knowing that means you're going to eat breakfast if you're not already, and you're going to nourish the body and put it in optimal state to be able to create that morning routine that helps you just get in the groove and in the jam of the day flow. The last thing that we talk about tangibly is the calendar, and that is the work, the breaks, the balance, and really recommending that everyone have a 90-day change of scenery right around that time, and putting them on the calendar, if possible, in advance so that they're there. And then the last thing is also to pepper the calendar with things that are fun and enjoyable for you so that when you look at the calendar, it's exciting and it's something that you're willing to stick to. And it's easy to stick to it because there's all these different things that are important to you that are included in that calendaring system. So when you work with me, for anybody who wants more information, I have a link to my calendar available. I start with a 90-minute VIP session. We talk also weekly. There's the ability to do quick coach calls where you can text me and reach me if there's something coming up and you want to run it by me or talk about a particular issue. We make a tangible plan that has goals that will allow you to be able to measure your progress and how well you're doing. And then, of course, we spend time implementing that plan. And I find that a lot of people need support in that area to be able to develop those habits and ingrain them in. And so talking about all of this, you might be asking, what is all of this going to help you to accomplish? The first thing that it will do is it will help you shift your relationship to stress and stressful situations. It'll help you work with stress in a way to promote growth and improve your overall resilience. And then the other part is beginning to look at leveraging stress to support you in meeting your goals. And actually, what happens here is that stress becomes part of a process that you can work with, and it becomes a resource for you to gain access to the next step of growth and development in your business and personal life. And then 2 things that you can start doing today, for those of you here who came to get this in this short meeting, is 1, increase your healthy support system. Go out, meet people, talk to them. If there's one thing that I tell everybody in any area that I work with them, whether it's in my office or whether it's in other settings, some of them are court-ordered settings, I say increase your healthy support system and get a network. The next thing is practice leveraging your stress to move you toward success. and really, again, starting to kind of conceptualize that idea of having stress, to have you ask yourself questions. How can I XYZ? And let that be the pathway to your goal. So now I'd like to also ask Alex Hitt to join us, because there's some things specifically too that are even more tangible that can help overcome some of these things that I've just been speaking about.
Well, one of the platforms that we use to reduce stress and anxiety in a group setting and in a business setting is a platform called The Great Discovery. What The Great Discovery allows us to do is to collaborate together as business owners, even with separate businesses. And so Ann mentioned in her presentation that collaborating with teams and collaborating with other people and having a community and having a network reduces stress and anxiety. Now, in a business setting, that's sometimes difficult because there's not a method of monetization, or there's not a way that we can collaborate in a way that's financially beneficial for both of us. And The Great Discovery is a platform that allows us to interlink our businesses, interlink our accounts, co-promote each other, but there's actually a financial incentive, a tracking system, a payout system that's completely managed for us. And it's developed by an organization called Six Sigma. Six Sigma has been one of the pioneers in business management, business innovation, and having large groups of people, large teams work together towards a specific goal. And they've developed this new platform for the small business owner, for the everyday average person, that we now get to leverage that Six Sigma system, but not just in our own business, but across businesses, across industries, across communities and groups. And it's just amazing. So me and Ann are collaborating on it, and it's allowing us to even do events like this together and to support each other.
Yeah. And so there's this connection that people get automatically to help with the isolation. And then there's this ability to build a team, and that is increasing healthy support system and getting the connection. And I forgot to mention, everybody, that it's fun. It's really fun to be able to be connected that way, to share stories, to support each other, to cheer each other on. And then the other part of it is that there's that potential to be able to be an affiliate and to promote. And as we're promoting, we're building sturdy, stable income, especially if it's in a passive form. And Alex, would you care to elaborate on that part too? That's exciting for people a lot of times in a business.
100%. Yeah. I mean, The Great Discovery, there's a real long-term passive income potential that can create that stability that a lot of people are looking for, additional income streams, or maybe even ellipsing your current income stream. I mean, Six Sigma has created a system with The Great Discovery that monetizes these relationships globally and infinitely through kind of a revenue sharing model. And so when you join The Great Discovery and you want to host and sell your own courses or your own digital products or promote your business on there, well, now you can actually promote and offer other people's businesses when you feel it's appropriate through an affiliate marketing system. And there's a very generous compensation plan that pays you a residual, not just on that single transaction, but all future transactions that might come through that. And you can collaborate with people who sell very expensive products, right? You can actually collaborate with business owners who are selling really expensive products and earn a very sizable commission by collaborating with other highly developed, highly established business owners. And there's never been a system like that before. There's never been an affiliate marketing system, an affiliate marketplace, you could say, that allows everyday average people to host and sell their own courses alongside Six Sigma, which is known internationally all over the world, and to, like I said, do large group collaboration with a tracking system, a payout system, a referral system, an affiliate system that's 100% managed, and just makes it super, super easy. And like you said, it's super fun. Now we can reach out to other business owners. Maybe they're not even in our industry. Maybe they're not even in our same sphere or in our same location or in our same language or in our same group. The Great Discovery now allows us to do that, and super, super easy to get involved with, super easy to use in your own business. And it's actually incredibly affordable too. It's accessible literally, I think, to everybody on the planet can afford to get involved, host their business, sell their products, and have success with it.
Yeah. And that idea, I remember a lot of times businesses, especially when internet marketing first came out, they had this plan where people were sitting on the beach with a mint julep. And actually that vision could somehow be possible when you think about it, Alex, if somebody has the ability to set up what we're talking about and really take advantage of the opportunity here.
100%. I mean, as somebody who operates their own business, I'm an entrepreneur. It's isolating. I mean, it's isolating. You feel like, wow, I'm up against the world. And there's such amazing benefits of being able to run your own business, right? Set your own schedule, have your own time, not have to report to somebody, right? To be able to create really an unlimited amount of income for yourself, be the driver of your own destiny. But there's also drawbacks. The isolation, having to do it alone. It's all up to you. Well, that's not the case anymore. That's not the only option for solopreneurs. We can all leverage a platform that allows us to interlink our own businesses, but to sell our own products, right? So we can kind of join kind of a collaboration network. We can kind of join a collective business, a collective platform software, but maintain our autonomy, maintain those choices, those reasons that we got into entrepreneurship to begin with. So it's really amazing. I mean, it's a breakthrough platform. It's never been done before. And it takes an organization and an idea like Six Sigma to really come up with a platform that is this robust, this powerful, and this transformative for everyday average people.
Yeah. Halle, did you want to make a comment?
Thank you. And I just wanted to also back you guys up on this platform because I really wasn't all in and I didn't want to do this. But because of the community and the support, it really made it easy. And then I saw how I can make some passive income. And it's also promoting my own business to do it on a weekly basis. And it has grown the visibility, the credibility. And actually, I had gotten sales from it besides getting the sale right now, 2 paychecks from the Great Discovery. But I also had people that showed up on my event that bought my products, so it has different ways. It might have not been the coaching yet, but it's the product. So I'm making great benefit with it.
Helping her in her core business. I mean, that's the key.
That's the big thing is we didn't talk about you're continuing your core business. You're doing it right alongside. Yeah.
Yeah. I call the Great Discovery. It's truly a new model of selling that gives all of us access to a powerful marketing system that was once reserved for large businesses, big brands, and highly technical online marketers. Mm-hmm. It's combined the best aspects of many different marketing systems and put it into one software that we now get to leverage for our personal businesses. So like I said, it's never been done before. And it's available in 100+ languages in 200+ countries. I mean, we haven't talked about some of the other features and all the benefits. We'll definitely, the translation, reach out to Ann if you guys are interested in learning a little bit more about it. We'll put her information below. But it's just an incredible system. And I think maybe we're running out a little bit of time here, Ann, but I mean, just incredible presentation today. I mean, absolutely, really, really great presentation. Why don't you wrap us up here and give us a couple closing thoughts, and then we'll give people the links all below, link to a couple of free courses on the Great Discovery platform about reducing stress and anxiety, silencing the inner critic, eliminating procrastination. We'll put links to free courses, no credit card required, right below this video. But Ann, why don't you wrap up this great presentation today?
I just want to thank everybody for being here today. I appreciate your interest and your support in really talking about a problem and a thing that happens for a lot of people. It's really common, and it's the kind of thing that if we all work together and we begin to share and express ourselves and talk about it, we can really make it better and really make people be able to feel connected and supported and be able to thrive in an economy that's challenging and even in world times that are pretty challenging. And I want to thank everyone who participated and everybody for being here. Alex, thank you so much for your support with the content today.